Hello and welcome to another edition of the ABUGames.com feature match. I'm Derek Peterson.
And I'm Jim Greaves.
Of ABUGames.com. This week we have a couple returning players. We have Jonathan on the left, taking on Bryan on the right.
Both of these returning FNM finalists.
We do have... Jonathan's running a junk ramp deck, so green, white, black. And he's holding up the cards there, a little close. While Bryan is playing Bant Control.
Returning a few a few changes from Bryan's deck from his last finals appearance.
Yeah, he took out the Gate Creeper Vines. Looks like he added a Garruk, Tameo, and Restoration Angel of some combination. While Jonathan, he actually was last time playing Reanimator. He took out the Reanimator shell, just a ramp deck now with Lingering Souls and Sorin.
So you got a pair of basics on Jonathan's side.
Yeah, Bryan cracked his Evolving Wild, so far a pretty slow start. Both these guys running Thragtusks, Angel of Serenity, so expecting a bit of a grindy game here.
Yeah, both meant to go really late.
We did have game day this weekend. We'll like to get at least one of those videos up here coming soon. Not sure the exact timing on that, but we'll try to get to you as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see... Looks like Farseek? Yeah, Farseek for Bryan. He's got the ramp. I saw he had a Detention Sphere in hand, Restoration Angel. While looking at Jonathan's hand, it looked like I saw, we've Sever the Bloodline, Thragtusk.
Hallowed Fountain coming out for Bryan, getting all his colors.
So we do see Overgrown Tomb for Jonathan. Didn't play tap, so no shocking on that.
A bunch of land goes.
Yeah. Definitely not decks designed for early game. These are definitely late game decks. Ooh, the Ghost Quarter for Bryan.
Let's see.
So right now, it looks like Jonathan's missing a color. But he's going to get that fixed. He's going to play the Selesnya Keyrune.
Oh, yeah. That Ghost Quarter could actually come into play. Jonathan's running Gavony Township and a Vault of the Archangels.
Yeah, both very good targets for the Ghost Quarter. I also thought it was Terminus in Bryan's hand if the game ever gets... board presence gets really big for Jonathan.
And at this point, Bryan, I don't think he knows that he's just on ramp. So
we do see Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, come out. I believe he's going to be making a 1/1 lifelink vampire token at this point. Looks like he does, and just says go ahead. And a turn Restoration Angel for Bryan. No blanking, just getting the board presence.
I think he just wants to kill that Sorin, yeah.
So Sorin goes down to 1. He does take a 2 off of the shock from...
And Thragtusk coming in to gain him back 5.
Yeah, so he just goes up to 23 after taking the 2 from the shock land. So looks like...
Another vampire coming out.
Yep, just another 1/1.
He's got a Thragtusk of his own.
Yeah, I think that he's either going to want to sever. Yeah, he's going to sever here. Severs the Restoration Angel because he could just block the Thragtusk with a vampire token.
Let's see, he's got Arbor Elf.
Arbor Elf. Okay, so passes it back.
So yeah, this Sorin's going to give him a ton of life here.
Yeah. So cracking in at Sorin, just going to chump block with the lifelinker, go up to 21. At this point, Bryan's more, I feel like his deck's better against kind of more aggro-y creature decks.
Oh, definitely. He's got a bunch of board wipes and spot removal.
So cards like Sorin that can be recurring creature generators might give him a bit more trouble than he usually expects.
He still has a Detention Sphere in hand if it ever gets out of control.
True. So we do see another vampire from Sorin. Ooh, Thragtusk. Oh no, I'm sorry, Garruk Primal Hunter.
Most likely a beast token coming out.
So yes, he does create a beast token.
Good guy Bryan giving him a beast.
So at this point, Bryan has to wonder when he want to use that Terminus. Now he's got 2 Planeswalkers on the other side of the board.
Yeah, I think that Garruk needs to be in check pretty soon here.
Yeah, maybe you have to Detention Sphere the Garruk, because I feel like that's going to create, you know, bigger presence than the Sorin, at least in the immediate situation.
Does look like he's setting up mana for Detention Sphere.
Yep. There's the 3, yep, Sphere. Targets Garruk, okay.
That Keyrune actually might come into play here pretty.
Yeah,
quick.
it's just kind of sitting back right now, but Bryan does take a shot, go down to 21. The Keyrunes, though, especially when Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, it dodges all the wraths.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, was that the Keyrunes, with them being kind of like becoming creatures, they're really good at just getting around any kind of board wipes. So all the creatures are gone. Bryan gets the 3/3 beast from the Thragtusk. However, Sorin is still alive and still making vampires. Bryan just rechecking the Keyrune, seeing how big it is. It is a 3/3. It would trade with the beast. But at this point, Jonathan doesn't have any other white sources, so he can't even activate to make it a creature yet. But we do see another Thragtusk. Jonathan goes up to 26 off that.
These redundant Thragtusks can make this game pretty long.
So, Beast gets in. Sorin, but I imagine... Oh, yep, just going to block. So it goes up to 1 more off of the lifelink from the vampire.
I wonder if Bryan's got a plan for that Thragtusk. I mean, it could get out of hand pretty quick, taking 5 a turn.
Yeah, he's got his own beast. You know, both players are above 20 right now, so...
I think he's going to emblem here.
Yeah, he just made an emblem. Gives all of his creatures +1/+0, so makes all the attacking better for Jonathan.
He's coming in for 6.
For 6, Bryan looks like takes it, goes down to 15. Assuming Jonathan has another play here, because otherwise that Sorin's just left unguarded.
Well, he still has Keyrune. I mean,
well, he can't activate it.
Well, he played,
but he just plays Thragtusk.
Yeah.
So he goes up to 32. These Thragtusks. I will say, as a person who kind of prefers the fast aggro decks, Thragtusk is not my favorite card.
I'm definitely a fan of Thragtusk. I love the big ramp decks. Anything that can prolong the game is good for me.
Alright, so Beast does try to swing in at Sorin, but we're just going to see a trade here. So, Bryan loses his Beast while Jonathan gains 1. Ooh, but there's the Terminus.
So John gets to keep the Beast token.
He gets to keep... Yeah, he basically just got rid of 1 Thragtusk, and that's the part where cards like Thragtusk and like these Keyrunes and then Planeswalker Sorin are so good against these removal effects, because they never really stay away. You have to get rid of the original sources to another degree.
Yeah, Bryan's looking to stay down 8 here if he swings the Keyrune.
Looks like he is going to activate it. Yeah, he's going to be swinging in for 8, thanks to the emblem. Sends Bryan all the way down to 7. Looks like just realizing what the life total damages are, marks him at 7. So it just ships it back.
Needs a pretty big play here to stay in it.
Yeah. If he's still running the Sphinx's Revelation, if he can get something like that, that might be really good for him, especially with all the mana he has available. But it doesn't look like that's the case, because he's already tapping it. So 4, maybe another Supreme
I think
Verdict.
it's a Wrath here.
Ooh,
Jace.
Architect of Thought.
Kind of canceling out that Sorin emblem.
He said nope, he's just going to use the -2 ability. So land, Terminus.
Pile's going to be pretty obvious here.
Yep. So land, and then the Terminus goes on the bottom.
He must have another
There's the
Wrath.
Yep.
He's got a pair of Terminus in his hand.
So he casts the Terminus, still has 1 left over in his hand. mean, right now I think the play would be using the Keyrune to take out Jace.
I think Jonathan forgot to use his Sorin last turn. Oh wait, no, maybe he did. I didn't see a dice though.
I don't believe he did. I think I was watching this game. I believe this was the point where he did actually miss the Sorin ability. So he's not going to forget this time. Puts in a 1/1 lifelinker. Just kind of thinking down the situation here.
Yeah, he doesn't know. I think he's thinking whether to attack Jace or him.
Looks like Bryan has a couple cards in hand. I mean, obviously we saw, he has at least another Terminus, but at this point, can't really be sure. Like, he might have Sphinx Revelation, so if you swing into him and get him down to 4, but the next turn just uses Revelation. But he goes after Jace, which I feel is the better play. Get rid of the Planeswalker.
John's thoroughly in control right now,
Yeah.
so he can afford to wait an extra turn.
Yeah. Looks like Bryan just drew that Sunpetal Grove.
I think he has to Terminus here, yeah.
He just has to. It's sad. I mean, like, you have to just use a Wrath effect to get rid of a 1/1, or technically a 2/1, but I mean, it's just going to come back again. At this point, Bryan, he's drawn pretty poorly, while Jonathan just was able to establish a very good board state. But Sorin has definitely been a game breaker.
Oh, yeah. I think Bryan's looking at his outs here.
Seeing how many, like, he drawn so many Terminus, and
He's got 4 Wraths in the bin.
yeah. So it looks like he's just gonna crack in here
For 4.
sending Bryan down to 3, and then looks like just make another vampire token.
And then another Keyrune comes out for Jonathan. Healer in hand does not quite do it.
Not quite. So Jonathan was able to get the board presence, take game 1. He's gonna see if he can take both games, or if Bryan's gonna be able to bounce back. Game 2. We'll be right back.